Hi dear students, I am your Srinivas sir from Sri Sai Sadbhavana School. Now we are already completed the 4 lessons about the earth, about the man, everything. Now we will come to the 5th lesson, that is transport and communication. Here, what is the meaning of transport and communication? Transport means movement of goods or people or traveling of the people from one place to another place. One place to another place, that is called as transport. Then communication, what we are doing now. I am teaching, you are hearing. So we are communicating something. Okay, that means communication. But if we are near, we will communicate each other. But we are far away, how we will communicate? We will communicate in different ways. Okay, we will communicate in different ways. How the messages will transfer. What is the meaning of communication? Messages transfer. Transfer of messages. Transfer of messages is called as communication. And there are so many ways to transfer the communication. Nowadays, it is only one thing, by the mobile. Okay, before the mobile invention of the mobile, before the invention of the mobile, how they are sending the messages, everything we will study in this lesson. So I hope you understand what is the transport and the word, what is the meaning of communication. Okay, now we will read the lesson. People once believed that the earth had a flat surface. Over the years, explorers found out that the earth is round. People then realized that they can travel around the world and reach back to the same place from where they started. When community living started, the need to travel arose. The only mode of travel was walking. As walking was tiresome, people learned to use domesticated animals such as horses, camels, and donkeys to travel. They started traveling on the back of these animals. Animals were also trained to carry goods. Gradually, people started traveling by land, water, and air. So up to here, now we'll discuss people. As before, the people believed that the earth's surface was like a flat. The earth is flat in structure. Okay, they have given the earth has a flat surface. That means if we will start from here, if we go here, we will fall into the atmosphere or somewhere. Okay, some end points are there. If we reach here, we will fall down. Okay, like that they will think. So they don't travel anywhere because they don't know where is the end point. So they don't travel anywhere because of this belief. This belief that they believe that the earth's surface was flat. After that, some days, so many astronomers and scientists, explorers found out that the earth's surface is round. The earth's surface is round. Okay. People then realized that they can travel around the world and reach back to the same place from where they started. That means from here we will turn one full round to the earth and next once again we will reach the same place. We will reach the same place. Okay. Then they started to travel from one place to other. Then they started to travel from one place to another place. So like this, they started the traveling from one place to other place. Before that, they won't travel because they believe that our surface was flat. So we will fall down into the atmosphere or fall down into a deep well-like structure. Okay, they are thinking like that. But when the explorers and astronomers show that Earth is circle shape or round shape, we will travel from one place to another place easily without any difficulty. Then the people started. When community living started, what is the meaning of community? The people living in groups. People living in groups. some people are living in a group here, another some people living in the next to distance some place. Okay, like that they started community. Okay, after that that community becomes a small villages. That small villages grows into towns, next town to cities. Okay, like that they are improving. They are improving population as well as the construction of houses. Everything has started. Living started. That means when community living started, the need to travel arose because their needs are more. They want some materials. So what did they want to do? They want to go to purchase them with the other community. With the other community at that time, there is no purchase, only exchange of goods. Only exchange of goods up to when up to the time the man has found out the money. Up to that, only the exchange of goods are taking place. If I have ragi, if you have paddy, they will exchange them. If I have pumpkin, you have carrot, just they will exchange. Like that, they are exchanging the goods. Okay, the only mode of travel was walking. First, what is the only mode of traveling? Just by walking. Just by walking. If you want to go to some place, just by walking, you have to reach the place. As walking was tiresome, that means it is very tired to travel more distance, it is not possible. Okay, everything has happened. So people learn to use domesticated animals. That means they have started to use the animals to travel from one place to another place. For example, horse, camel, elephant, donkey. Okay, these are the animals used for the traveling purpose. That is horse, camel and donkey. Okay, they started traveling on the back of these animals. That means they are sitting on the back of the animals. They are starting. Animals were also trained to carry goods. They also given training to carry not only the people, also the goods. Not only the people, also the goods. Gradually, after that, development, the people started traveling by land. That is means on the road, water, in the rivers, in the seas, and in the air by the aeroplanes. Okay, first we will study about the land transport. This is about how the transport has started and what are the things the man used for the transportation in the beginning. Okay, next we will move to land transport. Land transport. Earlier, people used wooden carts drawn by horses to carry people and goods. Bullocks and camels were also used to travel from one place to another. With the invention of rickshaws, cycles, steam engines and automobiles, travel became faster and more comfortable. Now the two main forms of land transport are by rail and road. So here they are given about the land transport, how the land transport. Earlier people used to travel on the land, they used the wooden carts. Now also you will see the carts. Okay, wooden carts drawn by horses. Drawn by the horses. Now we are seeing them in the Mysore or in some places in Bangalore also. You will see them. We call them as Jataka. Okay, cart. Okay, to carry people and goods. Bullocks and camels were also used to travel from one place to another. Bullocks and camels also used to travel from one place to another with the invention of rickshaws. After that, bicycle rickshaws, cycles, okay, steam engines and automobiles. That means steam engine. The main purpose or the main thing which was converted the transport into easier way is the invention of the steam engine. After inventing the steam engine, the transportation become very easy to travel from one place to another place. Okay, this steam engine, cycles and automobiles. That means two-wheeler, diesel engine. Invention of diesel engine. Next it comes to petrol engine. Okay, petrol engine and diesel engine, the travel become faster and more comfortable. It becomes faster as well as more comfortable. Now, the two main forms of land transport are rail and road. Now, we are traveling on the road as well as using the train. We are using the rail. Rail means the two tracks. Okay. Before that, traveling on the horse, if the back pain will come, if you travel for 5 or 10 kilometers, now we will sleep in the freight to travel from here to Delhi. It will take nearly 1.5 day or 2 days. So we will just sleep. We are feel like a home. Okay, just you are sitting in a home like that. They will take you to the Delhi. Okay, like that the transport become very comfortable and faster also. To travel from one place to another place, it will take so many days. Now it will take just hours. Just within hours, we will travel from one place to another place. In India, railway roads connect almost all villages and towns to the major cities. In India, railways, you know very well, trains, okay, and the roads connect almost all villages and towns to the major cities. By the roads as well as the trains, they will connect every village to the main cities. They also help in transport of goods to various places in the country. They also help the people to transport not only the people, the goods, whatever needed by the people. For example, we are staying in Bannerghatta. We need some books and pencils and everything. Here, they are not manufacturing. So, from where we have to get? We have to get from the factories. So, they want to supply us, but they can't supply directly to us. So, they supply to the Chikpet or SP Road, somewhere in the Majestic. We will go there. The shopkeepers who are present in the Bannerghatta, they will go there and purchase them, and they have to sell us. That means transportation of goods. Transportation of goods also done by these vehicles. They also help in transport of goods to various places in the country. Land transport is the cheapest means of transport. That is also by train. Okay, by train it is very cheapest means of transport. Next come to water transport. In the early stages of civilization, people lived on the banks of rivers. People lived on the banks of rivers. Logs were used to travel across the river. Gradually, they learned to make boats to sail, which led to the invention of ships. This made it possible for people to travel from one place to another and also to carry goods. Now, places located on the coast have even harbors to anchor ships. Okay, next come to water transport. First we have studied about the land. Next come to water. Okay, water transport. Here we use the small boats and the ships. Small boats and the ships. In the early stages of civilization, people lived on the banks of the rivers. Why? Because to get the drinking water, to get the plenty of water, they live on the banks of the rivers. It means banks of the rivers means if the river is flowing like this, so this area is called as banks of river. This area is called as banks of river. It is not straight. How the river will pass us? On the side of the river, they started living. Why? Because to get the water. Okay. Logs were used to travel across the river. That means they used them wooden plates or wooden timbers, okay, wooden barks they used to travel on the river. Gradually, they learned to make boats. After that, after improving, they learned how to make the boats to sail, which led to the invention of ships. They make small boats, okay. After that, they made the big ships. This made it possible for people to travel from one place to another and also to carry goods. On the water, for land, you have to put the road. You have to make the road, everything. You have to maintain the road. Okay, every time you have to put the tar, everything. It is very expensive. But on the water, nothing has to be expensive. Okay, only the thing is you have to make the boat and then you will travel. Okay, because there is no road or anything. Okay, if water is there, just you travel. So it is also cheapest means of transport. So here they are used this to transport goods. Here they used this to transport goods. This made it possible for people to travel from one place to another and also to carry goods. Now places located on the coast have even harbors to anchor ships. That means harbor. All the places are not harbors, are the seashore. That means where the sea ends. Okay, if the sea ends here, if the land is there, this not become seashore. They are not become harbors. Harbors are the places where the deepest sea is there. Next to that, land is there. Next to that, land is there because the ships has to stop there. If the deepest water level is there, so then only the ships will stop. Otherwise, they won't stop. Okay. If the land is like this, they won't come to the near to this place. Okay. For that reason only, near the seashore, there is a lighthouse indicating that this side is the land. So don't come to this side. Danger. They are showing the danger by this lighthouse. Okay. Next, harbors to anchor ships. What is the meaning of anchor? To hold the ships. To hold the ships by anchoring. Anchoring means just tying them. Okay. Where the harbor is the place where the big ships are coming. Big ships are landing. Okay. Big ships are anchoring. Anchor. They anchor. Okay. Next, see here they are given the ship, water boat and small boat they have given. Okay, here this is the means of water transport. Next come to air transport. The fastest means of transport is air transport. Fastest. Okay, invented by the Wright brothers. Invented by the Wright brothers. Aeroplane made travel easy. The modern aeroplanes are different from the earlier ones. They can carry hundreds of passengers and goods to far off places in a short time. Major cities of our country have international airports connecting us to many parts of the world. That means this transport, air transport, this is the fastest means of transport is air transport. Fastest, we will travel within hours to other country also. In our state, within minutes, we will travel from one state to other state. Within hours, we will travel. But if by using the land or by using the water, it is not possible. Okay, from here to Delhi, we will by the train. It will take nearly 1.5 days or 2 days. By the flight, it will take some hours. That's all. Okay. This aeroplane was invented by the Wright brothers. Who invented the aeroplane? Wright brothers. This made travel easy. The modern aeroplanes are different from the earlier ones. What we are seeing the aeroplanes, they are entirely different from the what they built. Just they starting point. Now it is a huge aeroplanes. By this, they carry hundreds of people one time. Hundreds of people as well as the goods. As well as the goods also from one place to another place. That is to far off places, not to the near places, to the far off places in a short time. Major cities of our country have international airports. In our Bangalore also, we have an international airport near Devanahalli. In between Yelahanka and Devanahalli, we have an international airport from where the other country aeroplanes are coming here, international aeroplanes. Okay, connecting us to many parts of the world. That means from here we have direct planes to other countries. Direct plane aeroplanes to other countries. From here we will travel directly to the other countries. Okay, in small airports, we can't. If you want to go somewhere from the small airport, you have to come to the international airport. From you get a connect flight. Okay, this is about the air transport, water transport and land transport. Next come to communication. Communication. Communication is an essential part of our life. We have friends and relatives living in faraway places. Some of them are in other parts of the country while some are abroad. We want to be in touch with them. So what is the means of communication? Why we need communication? Communication is an essential part of our body. Nowadays it is very, very essential. We have friends. Your family relatives are living in different places. They are all not living in the same town or same village. Okay, they are living in different towns, different places. Not only in our India, some people, their relatives are living in other countries also. They are living in other countries also. So we have to contact with them. We have to not every day. Okay, for weekly once or 2 days once, we have to contact with them. We have to contact them. So for that reason, we need this communication. For that reason, we need communication. We want to be in touch with them. That means communication touch. In early days, when writing was not known, people used to communicate or exchange their ideas and feelings through actions or gestures. Then they started communicating through drawings called pictographs. We can see these pictographs even today in some old caves and rocks. Gradually, with the advent of language, people could communicate using scripts. Now, there are many languages and scripts which vary from region to region. That means in olden days, they don't know how to write the script. That means what we are writing, English, Kannada or Hindi. They are called the scripts. They are called the scripts. They are founded by the man only. But before that, before the invention of this script, they don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to say this is wrong, this is right, like that. They are indicating or they are showing it by some actions as well as by the figures. Okay. In early days, when writing was not known, people used to communicate or exchange their ideas and feelings through actions and gestures. Then they started communicating through drawing called pictographs, and also they are exchanging their ideas by the pictures. By the pictures, it is called as pictographs. We can see these pictographs even today in some old caves and rocks. In some old caves and in some old temples, we can see these pictographs. Gradually, with the advent of language, that means after finding the language, people could communicate using scripts. Now what we are using, these scripts, they started to communicate. See what I am telling, everything is in the script. That is the communication. Okay, I am teaching the lesson. So that is also a communication. Okay, now there are many languages and scripts which vary from region to region. That means from one state to another state, we have different script, different language. From one state, one country to another, different languages are there, different scripts are there. We are using them to communicate. Okay, here see sending signals by the pigeons and everything, and pictographs they have given. Okay, pictographs. That is, I think this is about this is about the hunting or war. Okay, next development of communication. Next, how this communication has developed. Okay, as the transport has developed, the communication has also developed. In olden days, people carried messages in person or sent them through horses and pigeons. These animals were trained to carry mails. Gradually, the postal system was established. With the establishment of the postal system over the years, people could send messages to any part of the country or the world. In the olden days, how this communication has done? People carried messages in person. That means one person is there in the village. What is his work is to carry the messages from all the villagers to the other villages, where their relatives are living. For that he gets some money or he gets some food items or something, goods, etc. Okay, in the olden days. And next, they trained some animals like pigeons and horses to communicate. They will send through some signals or writing the script, and they tie it to the pigeon's leg and let it. It will travel to their relative's house, and there they will get that, and once again they reply. Okay, that pigeons will do this one. After that, gradually the postal system was established. The postal system, what we call it as postal system. Post means sending messages. Okay, with the establishment of the postal system over the years, people could send messages to any part of the country or the world. Before that, to send a message from one place to another place, it will take several days. Now, within fraction of seconds, We will send any message to the any part of the country, sorry, any part of the world, not to the country, any part of the world. Now it was improved in that much. The development in science and technology has now made it possible to communicate through various other means such as telegraph, telephone, radio and television. That means so many things has come to communicate in the telegraph. Before before the entry of the mobile, telegraph is the fastest movement of the messages. Okay, telegram, emergency messages are sent by the telegram. Telephone, landline is there. Now also some in some home they have maintained the landline. Okay, radio and television. These are the means of communications. That means telegraph, sending the personal messages, telephone, personal, radio to communicate with the people. If some messages are there, they are sent with the radio. For example, if the heavy rainfall is there, they send messages with the radio. News, we are getting the news. What happens in the our country or in the world, they will get the news by the radio before the time. And television, after the entry of television, they will just take the live. In the radio, we can't see any person, just we hear the sound. But in the television, we can see the persons who is reading the news or who is doing the dance or who is acting. Everything we can see through the television. The modern means of communication also include telex, fax, cell phone and email. But nowadays, this also improved by the telex, fax, cell phone and email. Nowadays, everything is in by cell phone only, everything. Just take the photo and send to your friends. Just take some message, just send by WhatsApp, by Facebook, everything. So many means of communications are there by this cell phone, what we are using in our homes. Okay, next comes emails, mails. We are sending everything through the mails. These technologies have made the world smaller and well connected. This made the world smaller. That means if you start video calling, it is same as they are sitting nearby you. Okay, wherever they are present in our world, in the world, in which part of the world they are sitting, there we are getting the signals to communicate with them. To communicate with them by the video calling. By the video calling, we can see them directly, everything. Okay, so this is how it makes the world smaller. Communication made the world smaller. Okay, this is about the lesson transport and communication. Now comes to do you know? Steam engine was invented by James Watt of Britain in 1765. Orville Wright and Wilbur Wright, popularly known as the Wright brothers of the USA, invented the first airplane in the world in 1903. Okay. Ferdinand Magellan was the first man to sail around the world. The ancient Greeks introduced marathon race in the Olympics to honor the messengers who carried mails. Here about the inventions they have given. Steam engine was invented by James Watt of Britain in 1765 itself. Steam engine, what we are using in the trains. Before they are using, now it is made by electrical engine. Okay, now they are using electrical engine. Before that, the steam engine. In the old films, you will see so much of smoke is coming. Okay, they are called as steam engines. They are called as steam engines. That means heating the water. Heating the water to get the train to move. Okay. Orville Wright and Wilbur Wright, popularly known as the Wright brothers of USA, invented the aeroplane in the world in 1903. These are the inventions, very, very important. Okay, Wright brothers invented the aeroplane in 1903, 1903. Next, Ferdinand Magellan was the first man to sail around the world. He traveled around the world. Who is that? Ferdinand Magellan. The ancient Greek people introduced a marathon race in the Olympics. That means a race in the Olympics to honor the messengers who carried mails. In the marathon, what we'll do? We taking the stick or something, okay, that to honor the messengers. To honor the messengers, they made some race. Okay, let us recall. Transportation is the process of moving humans, animals, and goods from one place to another. What is the meaning of transport? Is the process of moving humans, animals, and goods from one place to another place. It is called as transportation. There are three types of transportation: land, water, and air transport. Communication is the exchange of information among people. What is the meaning of communication? Exchange of thoughts or information among the people. What I know, I want to exchange along with you. So we are talking. That is the communication. Some means of communication are post, telegraph, radio, newspaper, magazines, and books. These are the means of communications. Telephone, fax, telex, television, and the internet are some modern means of communications now what we are using. Telephone, fax, telex, television, and the internet. Without internet, we can't see you. Okay, you can't hear the voice of mine. Okay, with the internet, we are connecting now. See how the communication has improved. Okay, by this is also one means of communication. With this, these are the some modern means of communications. I hope you understand about the transport as well as the communication. Okay, thank you very much. Learn well, be safe. Please like and subscribe our channel. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day.